All right, joining us now from Melbourne is Siracusa, who's a professor of security and diplomacy at Curtin University. Welcome to the programme. So we're hearing Russia is saying it's preparing for the next stage of conflict. What do you think that will look like?
Hello, Maria. Well, I think the Russians are going to go to what they've always, what they were planning from the beginning. And we haven't picked it up in the media, and that is the Russians are following the World War II example. They're engaged in total warfare. I mean, warfare is just not the business of the army; it's the business of a nation, and everyone and everything is a target. They're not doing anything new. During the Second World War, the British and American bombers destroyed 131 German cities, killed about 1 million Germans, and displaced 8 million more. And same thing in Japan. American Air Force destroyed one city after another that had no direct involvement in combat. And so I
Sorry,
think,
Joe, just to interrupt.
Sorry
to interrupt. If I could just take you back to your first comment that this hasn't been picked up in the media. What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, Russia's engaged in total warfare. This is not about picking and choosing targets. It's not about hiving off the Donbass or maintaining Crimea. I mean, all of Ukraine is Russia's enemy, and all of it's open to artillery and rockets and air power and the rest of it. We haven't heard the expression total war, but that is exactly how the Russian military is trained. That is exactly what the Allies did in World War II, and we did it to everybody else. So now that it's happening here in real time on live television, makes it very unpalatable.
So
but I think it's consistent.
Okay, so you're saying now what we're going to see or seeing is total war from Russia, if I've understood correctly. Does Ukraine have the weapons, enough weapons, modern weapons to fight and to win against Russia now, given what the West is giving it?
No, Maria. Look, it took 6 years to beat up the German Wehrmacht. Took 4 years to destroy the Japanese imperial forces. I mean, Ukraine doesn't have anything like that. Ukraine has acquitted itself very well as a nation and fought bravely, but the end is in sight unless they want to fight to the last man, and the Russians are making no bones about it. Now, I'm very upset with the American commentators who refuse to call this what this is. This is a total war, and all we're doing is shoring up our borders on the other side of NATO countries. As we watch this happen, now we're giving them a lot of ammunition and material, but a lot of that's going to disappear as soon as it gets across the border, or it's never going to get where it's supposed to get. I mean, what we have to do here, Maria, is we have to double down on an international ceasefire before this thing becomes more and more out of control. And my goodness, it's time to stop the loss of life.
On that note, we'll end there. Thank you so much for your comments and your time. Siracusa speaking to us from Melbourne. Appreciate it.